Okay guys, back for another cast on the druid with the view to Grumgold base camp in Stranglethorn Vale. Yeah, well, last time I logged out while flying here because the server was shutting down. It was a pretty brief reset. And what I did before the server shut down is that I picked up all level 44, 45 quests as well. They're sort of intermingled, all these quests. But I'm gonna start by sort of focusing on the level 43 quests, and one of the first would be this level 43 lead. It's the last part of a chain from the hunter camp up here about the raptors. So it's a raptor called Tethys, and it should be around here. It has a slightly different skin than all these other raptors here. Uh, this is like a mother raptor and a young one. It's not those though. I think Tethys is not that bad with my spec and the ability to loot, um, but I'm pretty sure it has the ability to sort of call for help when it's getting low on hit points. So the smart thing would be to have a spot where it cannot get, additional aid from all these other raptors, or I might risk being sort of overpowered, you could say. Okay, so yeah, can't really see him here. I'm just gonna head back. I supposedly, from what I recall, when I did him last, it should be fairly easy to spot. It's a slightly different color in the skin. Oh, here we go. So sort of bluish instead of purple-ish. Just gonna mark him. So, uh, reminds me a little bit of sort of the quest I have last, where I have to sort of find a suitable area to go for this guy. As it looks now, I don't know about his patrol route, if he's just running back and forth here when he spawns here. I don't know. Uh, from what I recall, he has sort of a larger uh, spawn area, but now that to be honest, it looks like he just runs back and forth here. So you know what? I think I'm just gonna try. The next time he comes a bit closer to me, I could maybe kill this guy. I think I will, and then maybe kite him over here. The thing is, if I fight him when he's up there, I don't really have an escape route. I mean, if he starts to, call for all the other raptors. So I think I'm gonna do this guy as well. But according to Questy, if you look up here on this, the mini map here, it looks like he has 3 different spawn locations, and just gonna go full mana here. And one of them, I don't know. I've never taken him in this spawn location, but like I said, it sort of limited my area to run away. At least I have a little bit of area to kite here. So I think I'm gonna go for him now. That he's sort of departed a bit from these guys. But I'm gonna do what I usually do. I mean, a lot of roots. and then sort of lead him the way I want him to. I think I'm just gonna do him where he is, pretty much. So I'm gonna root him here and then run the other way, pretty much. This is the largest sort of kiting area that I got. I was thinking about leading him further in this direction, but I'm just gonna run into more of these guys if I lead him over there. So I'm just gonna sort of kite him back and forth here. It doesn't look that dangerous, really. And maybe I can just nuke him now. If things turns crappy and he call all the nearby raptors, then maybe I should just go travel form and run away. I'm just gonna nuke him now. There we go. And I'm out of combat, so no big deal. I probably made a lot of fuss about not that much, but yeah. Oh well, it's hardcore, you know. I don't want to fuck up if I don't have to, so I play it as safe as I can. Yeah, but that was the first quest of the day. And I'm gonna sort of fall back down here. There's a level 44 quest where I have to get various items from some mobs down here. Down there. So, right next to the arena entrance here, to my left, there's a sort of a small encampment of, I think maybe it has been some kind of pirates once, but now it's just, uh, I don't know, some odd creatures in here that has been, like these guys, that has been like transformed into these ghouls or whatever it is. So what I do is, I think I need at least 2 mobs here, maybe 3, I don't know, that can drop some of the items for this Vodoo Dues. I have a little better overview from up here. And I'm not even gonna bother with roots here, I'll try and nuke them. But actually see this guy down here, John, he has like, yeah, John's golden spyglass for instance. So there's beside a drop, this Zanzil's mixture that they can pretty much all drop, then some of them, at least 2 of them here, have some kind of special drop. So yeah, in World of Warcraft language, it's just kill them all, really. So there's a gold on there. I'm just gonna pick it while I'm here. Yeah, the root here wasn't called for already. I forgot this guy's ranged. Of course, it's a hunter. He just looked like a melee mob. And as I know this guy's a hunter, I might as well just nuke him and then root the other guy. Alright, so Mori or something like that was supposed to be here as well. Is one of the mobs that can drop sort of a special item, you could say. Yeah, I think he's standing there. Yep. Alright. Let's try this guy, see if I can solo pull him. Nope. It's actually a triple pull here, so let's get this guy out of the equation and then nuke this guy, and there's a caster as well that's actually hurt quite a bit here. Just gonna heal. Then maybe have this guy follow me somewhat. There we go. Okay, so the witch doctor here simply ran out of mana from casting all his crap on me. Should probably killed him first, because he definitely hurt the most. There we go. Oh, and now we got respawns all over the place here. I'm just gonna move over here. Just gonna get some of my mana back, but I pretty much got what I came for now. Ah, okay. It's this thingy here. So I'm gonna do this guy so that I can sort of get to my loot. There was one other guy I killed here. Yeah, this guy. So it's 3:57, by the way. I'm just gonna look if the chest is up. I think it stays for about an hour. I'm not gonna go down there, even though it's pretty much as safe as it can be to take it at this hour if it was still there. There's been a reset as well, so I suppose the chest would be gone, but it's more like to investigate if there was a chest up and they reset the server, if the chest would still be here. For people that doesn't know, this is actually a PvP area, and you can even be attacked by your own faction if you jump down there. And you'll be flagged for a minute, but nothing is up as you can see, and I actually didn't expect it either, especially not after a reset. So out we go here. Oh, yeah. This counts, this sort of stony area here counts as inside, I guess. What a paladin item here. Okay, so I could grind some more of these sort of Zanzil's stuff here. And as they're respawning, I guess I might as well. But you know what? As I sort of need one more item for this quest, and I can grind these Zanzil's mixture at the same time. Thought I saw a flower, but I guess it's maybe someone picked it. Odd. But yeah, while hunting for this one Vodoo Dues, I might as well sort of do it elsewhere where I can down here by the coastline. Oh, there the flower is. Yeah, and you know what? I could pass through. I think there are some stealthy panthers in here. Stranglethorn Vale is a lot like, you know, you don't get much for free here. If there's an area that looks kind of open and safe, it's usually not, because there'll be some kind of stealth mobs there. Anyway, I'm down by the ruin here now. And as you can see again here, we got a growth of purple lotus, typically among ruins. I thought it was just elven ruins, but it looks like it's any kind of ruins really. It's right down now. Talking about where certain flowers usually sort of grow. And about Stranglethorn Vale, there's a lot of quests that can be done sort of in pairs, like say this Zanzil secret here, where I'm grinding 12 of these mixtures here, combined with the other quest where I have to get the clubbed foot and the spyglass, and Chucky's huge ring. So I'm looking for an NPC called Chucky here, among all these other goals and stuff. Not that guy either. Okay, he's there. Fine. I'm just gonna root this guy and then kill the ranged guy. This guy could have been ranged as well, of course, but doesn't look like it. Very nice. So both quests completed here. Just gonna get back up on health and mana. And I don't think I'm gonna get some immediate spawns, so I'm just gonna risking looking at the map. I got on the pretty much on the other side on the coast here. I got these sort of Nagas and drops from those. It's a 43 and a 44 quest. I think I'm gonna start out with those. So I'm moving from here to on the other side of the coast. And it's Naga fun time or something. Just scouting. There could be a rare mob in here. Some goblin, I think. Verophonics. Veryphonics. I have a small doubt if this is a viable route for getting over here, but let's just check it out. Yeah, it seems fine. Not quite sure what the... okay. Just open fields down there. Probably with a lot of stealth mobs. So these guys can drop Akiris reed, some kind of flower, I think. Okay, so I think up here is the entrance, sort of to where I can get the what was it? Holy spring water. Looks like a juicy double pull here, so I'm just gonna root this guy. Bingo. Alright, so I guess I have to kill a few more of these guys in order to get 5 more of these Akiris freed. Come get some sticks, bro. And a bonus chest up here, probably the usual crap. We'll investigate for sure. Yep. Hey, wait. So unfortunately, it looked like someone else cleaned out all the nagas around here. Almost. Uh, yeah, I don't know what to think about these boots. They're not terrible, say for a warlock, but yeah, some many would probably argue that uh, stamina is the prime stat for a warlock, as its mana as well. I don't know. I think it's nice to have somewhat a mana pool. Oh, and one more of these Akiris. Bingo. So, another quest complete. So let's see. I think I'm gonna go hand in some of these level 43s. And currently I got Hearthstone in Booty Bay. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna swim to Grumble. And then hand in the Raptor Mastery north of Grumble. To be honest, I think that even though it's crawling with rather annoying mobs up here, I think I should be able to dodge them. Yeah, famous last words, I know. But even at this level, I wouldn't want to have, you know, a ton of these mobs hunting me. Especially those warlocks. Casters hurt a lot. I guess that's why they made them squishy in return. Even though, to be honest, I don't think I don't think they reward any reputation, at least not this Raptor quest. Ventrico Enforcer, I think they are the guy that just got killed by Ventrico Enforcer. I think it's in the northern part of the Barrens. There's some sort of oil rig, as there is here in Stranglethorn Vale. Actually, the same kind of structure, or close to anyway. The structure is up here in Stranglethorn Vale. And it can be a little nasty because sometimes you'll get aggro from below, and maybe you're engaged in sort of the upper deck, and you are all of a sudden wondering why do I still have aggro, and then unintended you have maybe pulled the whole lower deck. And I'm not quite sure if that aggro is intended from the developers or if it's well, a bug really. But I'm usually pretty cautious about it myself. I've tried once to get way more aggro than I wanted on those kind of structures. Sort of, I can show you. Not how you get all the unintended aggro. It should be any problem for me at this level. I think the mobs are like 35-ish, maybe 38, something like that. But it's more like to show you what kind of structures it's typically a problem with. It's no sort of detour to where I'm going anyway. I'm just gonna change coastal line here. So up here is a structure identical to the one, not identical, but identical in shape, sort of an open deck platform, sort of. You can see part of it here. There it is, actually. So the guy that died before is a level 18. I'm pretty sure he died at an oil rig in another part of the Barrens. And what happens is that sometimes if you're, say, on the upper deck up here, you might sometimes get aggro from below. Maybe if it's like you're close to the edge and there's a mob there or something like that. And then all of a sudden, these mobs down here, if they aggro, they will sort of social aggro. Let's say you get aggro from this guy, he will just run after you, but he will pull all the other guys up to you. And that's not so fun. Because they'll always get to you and daze you when you're low on health and mana to begin with. So, yeah, what you can do in that situation is simply abandon ship and jump over the edge of the structure, because all these guys, they won't jump from the edge. Of course, they'll run all the way down after you, and you'll be long gone then. Anyway, almost up here to hand in the quest. And that's a finished chain here, you could say. About the raptors, I still have some, I think. That is, maybe, I don't recall actually. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, okay, he offers a new 43, I think I'm gonna do that right away. Let's see. Okay, it's all the way down there. Head of Mangla, whatever. I think it's a mob that can drop some ads as well. But yeah, it's a level 43, it should be fine. And my bags are getting kind of full, so I'm just thinking I'm gonna swing by a Grumgle base camp, hand in the level 44 quest here, and empty my bags. Yeah, and very nice, by the way, tunic, especially say for a bear tank. That would be nice. And apparently this was the sort of the final quest in thardin's Enchantment here. So another quest chain completed. Gonna head in. Let's see. Yeah, never mind these. I rarely eat. I usually heal myself, so there we go. So I'm just gonna make sure I got room in my bags here. So I'm gonna send all this stuff here to my mage that sort of keeps quest items and stuff like that. There we go. Okay, off to kill the big bad tiger head of Bangladesh. Uh, so supposedly Bangladesh should be yeah, pretty close to here. I think he's up on the hill here actually. I'm just gonna take a sneak peek before I engage, of course. And figure out my escape route as well. Couple of stealthers here, and it might be the mob where you don't want to sort of get additional aggro and get dazed. Dazed is ability that most mobs have when they yeah, okay, there's a stealther there, for instance. I think I'm gonna kill it first. Alright. So the question is how much I should buff up. I think I'm gonna yeah, just going full mana regeneration, increased mana pool, retardo here. And this thing ran out as well. Alright, so the plan is simply to run down here on the road. Just gonna check out if it's doable. Not quite, as you can see. I'm just gonna kill this guy. There could be, in the meantime, one of these stealthers that's patrolling elsewhere and will come back here, but I'm not gonna kill the whole jungle here in order to... But the road should be fairly safe. So, Upsy Daisy here again. I'm pretty sure this mob sort of spawns some additional tigers. I'm not 100% sure if he does so when I'm ranged. I guess I'm just gonna maybe take two. And I'm not sure if I kill his ads, if he will just spawn some new ones, so I'm pretty much going for a nuke here, at least first attempt here. So root is up. So far it's not doing anything. And I'm just sort of running down to the road. Root broke pretty fast. Making some distance again. Seems fairly easy. Easy for my... okay, so easy for me to say I'm not getting any... But here are the sort of the mobs I was talking about. And if you had this elite sort of hitting on you at the same time when you're level 43, it probably wouldn't be so nice. Okay. So I use my war stomp in order to sort of dump the ads. Let's see how long they want to follow me. I wonder where they're going after. I'm just gonna check that out. They're probably gonna run to where they got spawned, I guess. Or maybe they just despawned. I missed them now, but I'm just gonna pick up my loot here. Let's see. Yeah, I think they just despawned. Fair enough. Alright, so another 43 quest. Yeah, I'm just gonna hand it in, guys. I'm gonna follow the road here. I think this is the final quest, or maybe there's a stealthy panther or something like that as well. Guess I'm gonna have to look into that. Yeah. So crap, not so crap. Quest item. All this yummy gold thorn. Just can't help it. Oh. So quite a patrol this guy got, coming all the way up here. So in case this is the final quest up here in the hunter camp, I'm just gonna Hearthstone back to Booty Bay, and then yeah, I'll take it from there. So yeah, no reputation, find a huge chunk of experience. And I'm gonna fall back to Booty Bay now, in order to hand in at least the 43 quest. Yeah, some of the others as well. What did that give us? Yeah, it's not a bad belt for sure. 9 stamina, 9 intellect, 67 armor. I got slightly better as I prefer intellect over stamina, defo. Okay, fine. So there's a 44 quest where I have to hand in some stuff back in Shimmering Flats. It's a go talk to quest. I'll take that defo. Oh, bugger! I got 2 hours to do that. I didn't look see it was a time quest, but you know I can always abandon it, I think, and retake it if needed. But I'm not planning on playing 2 additional hours here. So where exactly are these guys? There's one in here. Yep. Yeah, nothing I need all that much. So what I got now is I got this time quest that I got plenty of time to hand in this one. I'm just gonna sell what I got here to clear my bags a little bit. But I got, let's look at the map here. I got there's a level 43 quest down here, along with some pirate quests, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it. And these quests should definitely not be underestimated. The pirates, just as I was talking about, the oil rig has this tendency to you get a lot of extra aggro than that you sort of didn't ask for, you could say. And while I'm doing these 3 quests, I think I might be wrong, but I thought, you know, I could kill some pirates while doing it. Just gonna look here. Yeah, but it's pretty high level quest I got at the moment now. So there's a message in a bottle down here, level 45. I'm just gonna pick this one up as well. It's a flask that's sort of along the coastline down here. There's a few. I'm not quite sure about the spawn locations of it, but it's like a little green flask that you can find along the coastline. I'm just gonna see if I can find it. Yeah, I think I'm repeating myself now. There it is. So this little flask actually starts a quest. Alright. So it starts, like I said, you have to sort of start the quest, of course, after you pick up the bottle, and it's done right over here. It's a go talk to quest, I think, where there's an NPC over here on this island that needs some help. It's from what I recall, it's a 45 quest that turns into a level 50 quest. And this island, as usual, and as I said before, if you have a nice island that looks very peaceful and yeah, then it's typically not if it's Stranglethorn Vale. And as you can see, all of a sudden we got level 50 mobs, and a lot of these guys are stealthers, and some of them, they're not that aggressive from what I recall. But I don't. You don't have to fight them. I mean, in order to hand in this quest, so I'm gonna try and dodge them. I think there's a Tauren NPC up here that he's standing up here. That would like help in order to kill some big level 50 plus gorilla. but it's not gonna be now, and I don't think I'll stand a chance against this guy. He hits like a truck, that's for sure. So I'm just gonna hand in this, it's a like go talk to quest. I don't think it's gonna give me a lot of experience. And I'm not even got a level 51 elite, I think it is, so yeah. It's nothing I'm gonna do anything further about right now. Oh shit. It's actually 2 level 50 elites there. Not elites, but just level 50 mobs, pretty nasty. I just almost walked right into them. So, out to the safety of the water, and then I'm gonna go look for... Yeah, I'm gonna try and do these. I need to kill 3 captains, and I remember one of my guildies once told me, once said me, beautiful English, but he once told me that I should always abandon this quest because it's so nasty with the aggro you get. Um, yeah, it seems like it's coming from everywhere, but I think I've figured out a way to, handle this. Is always have an escape route. Uh, the pulls might go wrong sometimes, but as long as you have your escape route, you have a chance of getting away. And what's really painful, I mean, all the mobs here are pretty painful, I think, but especially the casters, if they're allowed to cast their fireballs and shadow balls on you while you're doing a melee, it can go wrong pretty fast. My hit point pool is fairly low as I'm sort of focusing a lot on intellect and spirit as my second. You can see I only got 93 stamina, so I'm pretty squishy myself, but I deal decent damage. So I should always keep that in mind. And of course you could build a Moonkin that is more like solid than this one, but you'll run out of mana faster, that's for sure. So as you can see here, there are 3 ships, and each of the ship has a captain. On one of the ships on the bottom there's a note, and that's actually why I'm doing these quests now, because it's the last of the 43 quests I got. I don't need to kill these guys over here in order to have an escape route. I can pretty much just run down the plank, or simply just jump overboard on the other side. But I do have so much respect for these mobs that I'm actually gonna buff up with some stamina instead of a sort of a mana regeneration buff. And I think I might even do a Rumsey as well. So I'm gonna get a little drunk, but I'm sort of got my hit points up like 270 extra hit points, and they will do me good. So I'm gonna start with this guy. There we go, pull him down here. And as you can see, there's crawling in there with mobs that you can, by accident, get to pull a lot of. Come here, bro. So there's a mage there, and then I got this sort of melee guy walking around here. I'll do this melee. So as soon as you start to kill these mobs, they will respawn eventually. So you're sort of on a timer now. Oh, and I guess this is why the quest becomes even more annoying, because these guys can sort of crowd control you a little bit. And we can check out how much damage you take for these 269 damage on a fireball. That's something you feel, that's for sure. So, mana back and health back. I should probably do this mob as well, just to make sure that I don't get aggro between the decks. I'll see if I can manage. So what I do here is I peek slightly, get one mob with me, run out here, so my sort of escape route is it's alright, you could say. And then I can see, the caster is trying to cast a fireball on me, so I'm trying to sort of... Oh shit, I got stuck there. So I'm trying to pull the caster to me here. I don't know if I succeeded really. There's actually 2 of them. I don't think I want to be standing in this shit. Alright. I could just run away here, but I'd like to get this guy down. And now I'm mana potted, because I simply ran out of mana. There we go. So I have to keep that in mind. I mean, I can't use a health pot at the moment because I just used the mana pots. So I gotta be careful. And by the way, I think each of the captains have sort of a first, what do you call him? No, not first mate or second in command or whatever. So it's usually at least a double pull with the captain himself and then some kind of extra mob. But this is sort of the safest way I can think about doing these guys is, you know, take him a little by little. Yeah, so I got this guy. I don't know if I got more than this guy, but I'm gonna start out with him. This is sort of the second in command I was talking about. Okay, he got toasted, alright. But like I said, I'm on a timer here, so until the guys sort of oh, okay. Okay, so I actually got 3 mobs here. It's not exactly what I wanted, to be honest. I'll see if I can handle them, but I want my escape route open. Just gonna stun. And maybe heal. So the problem is these deckhands, they can, like I said, they can stun me. So I have to be aware that, you know, I might risk being stunned for 3 seconds when I'm really low on hit points, is what I wanted to say. And as you can see, that was the first of the captains. I have to use a ton of abilities here to actually pull this through. So, from what I see, Cortello's Riddle is in the ship here somewhere. And I think the mobs here are around, 43, 44, something like that. Like I said, I'm on a timer. I got the captain, but I'd like to get this Cortello's Riddle as well. It ends up rewarding you with a 14 slot bag. And I don't quite recall where it is, to be honest. It's a small scroll lying on pretty much on the ground of the ship. Holy crap. So, I just want to make sure that... Okay, it's lying there, actually. So, there's one mob up here, and like I said, always have your escape route. So, I want to make sure that... that I can sort of get out. There was 2 mages standing down there, and they will pound me for like... yeah, 500 if they hit me with the fireballs. The fireballs can even crit, you know, so I'm almost hit. I risk being like one-shotted if I'm unlucky and they crit. So full mana, full health, and then I think I'm gonna wait until this patrol has sort of made a full circle again, and then I'm gonna go down there and get the scroll. hopefully it will not trigger all the mobs here. But you know the patrol that's sort of circling around here is sort of made. You could see now. I think she's coming around real soon again to give you, you know, social aggro. There's probably a mob standing here as well, so you get all of them if you pull this badly. The scroll might work as a chest where you, when you pull it, you'll get full aggro. But let's see what happens. Okay, nothing happened so far. So I just had to time it with the patrol that was walking around here. There we go. And I'm out. I'm gonna go stealth. But I think this is timely enough that I would barely make an escape out of the ship now without risking too much. There might be a respawn up here or two. Yeah, as you can see here, the deck sort of NPCs have respawned down. And I think that's what maybe many people don't realize, that when you're pretty much on a timer when you go on the ship. I mean, in order to get back out before you have the respawns up on the deck. So that was like a third of it. I got the quest that I wanted to though. Let's see. Okay. This quest is solved in the Badlands. Sorry, not in the Badlands, in Swamp of Sorrows. Anyway, next up, same stuff here, and I got 7 minutes of food buffs here. Just gonna pull this guy first. Get him down here to my, yeah, I'm not a fan of that word, but the safe space down here. Even, and as you can see here, this is the gorge. That's what I was talking about before, but I couldn't find a word for it. The gorge is, yeah, the crowd control that you risk here from these sort of roguelike pirates. I think damage will interrupt it though. So I'm gonna take this patrol now. I'll just try doing it as safe as possible, so without getting this mob as well. Using the moonfire as a nuke spell if I can. That'd be now. Let's go. Good night. But it's definitely not the sort of favorite dish for Moonkin here, because I'm pretty sure this counts as as inside being on the ship, so I can cast my root. I could test it, of course, but I'm pretty sure that I can. I'm just gonna see if I can cast root there. Yeah, it can only be used outside, so the ship here counts as being inside. But yeah, so to boil it down, have an escape route. Try to pull as few mobs as possible at a time, if you're doing the solo especially. Expect to get crowd control, so don't run when you are like on 5-10% hit points, run somewhat before. And pull up the mobs here on the deck, so you've got a much better view of... Oh, there's one here as well. You got a much better view of what's actually happening. Don't skip a mob like that if you know that you're gonna run up and down the stairs here. It'll bite you in the ass. Mainly because a mob like this will be able to daze you. Alright, so I'm just gonna do a sneak peek down here. I could probably get 3 mobs total here. Maybe less. But again, as you can see up here on the deck, so I got an overview. It's just one mob, it looks like. Fine. And so far I haven't had any issues with the mob on this deck, but it can be an issue sometimes. So I think I'm gonna take this mob next. one of those circling mobs again that can sort of get you additional aggro, unwanted aggro. Yeah, I'm just gonna top my mana here. So the captain is always sort of located the same place on all three ships, meaning in here to your right. See how many mobs we have to get this time. There's a caster here. I'm just gonna get him. You shouldn't be able to cast anything here. Oh, but here you can see they were hitting me. Oh, got this guy as well. They were hitting me. This guy was hitting me from the lower deck. Okay, so get the caster down first. And I can't crowd control this guy because it's the second in command here. Because there we go. Because like yeah, as you saw before, this is counts as being inside, and you can never cast roots inside. So from what I think now, I should be able to yeah get to the captain pretty much for free. He might have maybe one additional mob on him, with him, not on him. So he's standing down there. The second in command is often down there, so the captain is there, and then he got one additional mob here. I think I'm gonna do the additional mob first. There we go. I'm gonna bring the captain in here because I got a better overview, and I'm sure that when he runs away, I won't get additional aggro. I think he's probably start running now. Yeah. There we go. You down, and yeah, he hurts quite a bit, even with my buffs and stuff here. So let's loot him and get the F out of here. Yeah. I don't think there's any reason to go stealth. I should be out before respawn. Yes. Okay, one ship to go. And both of my stamina buffs are running out. I'm gonna spend. Get them up again. I'm pretty glad I had these, what is it? 12 and 15, it's 27 stamina, so I don't know, 300 hit points, give or take. But same scenario here, this is your safe spot. And then as soon as we start killing mobs, we're on a timer to, yeah, get down, get the kill done. Yeah, and get out, of course. So, full rebuff, I think. And getting a little tipsy here from the Rumsey. The Rumsey rums, by the way, are fished up in waters. Actually here, it could be here at Stranglethorn Vale. It's a random drop, fairly low, when you cast in certain pools here, fishing pools here in the area. You can buy them on the auction house as well. They're usually like maybe 50, 70 silver, something like that on this server as well. And the clamlet surprise here I got from expanding my cooking. It's a reward from reaching 225 cooking. So I'm just gonna do this mob. Might be the only one. I might got two. Yeah, I got two. So I'm actually gonna switch to the castle, then move the melee here. Castles first. They hit like. So unfortunately the rune here I broke pretty early. Just gonna cast a new one and then I'm gonna heal myself. But I think many people die here as well because one thing is that they don't realize that they're on a timer and it's a pretty hard quest. The other thing is that they do it at too low level if they want to solo it. I mean, I'm level 48, I'm pretty well geared, and I'm even struggling a little bit here. And I know what I'm doing, sort of I've done the quest before. But these mages, they pack a punch. So while I'm drinking here, I can sort of lure at the patrol how it's working. I think I can get the mage solo, I'm just gonna try that. Yeah, squishy though, as you can see. There you go, good nice roll. Alright. I didn't even see where I got this guy from, but it could be between the decks. So I'm cautiously looking if more mobs are appearing all of a sudden here. There we go. Remove poison, yes please. Eat and drink. And of course it's tempting to use Innovate now for faster mana regeneration, but I'd rather keep it for, you know, a tight spot, you could say, when I'm in trouble. And sneak peek here. Bring this guy, probably at least one other. Yeah, okay. So a mage again. As soon as you start casting, and he did that there, I'm gonna run down here. Ah, okay, I couldn't avoid his spell anyway, sort of. It was a little bug, I think. I mean, that I couldn't dodge the spell. And don't stand in fire stuff in general in this game. If you can avoid it. So yeah, I'm very close to level, but I'm pretty sure Cortello's Riddle, that is the last level 43 quest that I got, it'll be, it doesn't reward any reputation from what I recall. Yeah, full mana, off we go. That was sort of the circling mob that connects the others down here. When I got her, I don't have to worry about these guys anymore. And again, Moonfire is such a nice finisher. Just gonna go full mana, and then when I turn around the corner, that will be like the second in command. Oh. Let's see if I can bring this guy solo. The caster. Maybe I can. I could. There's usually a guy, you know, standing to my right. Oh, can't see him though. Okay, too bad. I'd like to stand in here, so I got a better sort of overview, but I couldn't. Okay, he's reducing my movement speed. Little bastard. He's going down now. This guy was really squishy because he's caster, I guess. He's gonna get full health. So, oh, okay. So Cortello's Riddle can actually spawn elsewhere. I didn't know that. I always picked it up at the deck, but as you can see here, it can be here as well. Anyway, mission accomplished. I'm gonna use my mana rebuff just to get in cat form and get out of here. And from what I see, this guy didn't have a second in command. It might be otherwise. Sometimes, I don't know. Oh. And we actually have stone scale here. Eel guys here, it's pretty rare. See if I can get to it. Let's use my fishing ability. I actually got to let's see. Yeah, 233 plus 80 should be enough not to miss out on any fish here. Yeah, that was hardly worth it. So the plan is to hand in whatever quests I got here, and it's quite a few, I think. And after that, I'm gonna fly to Swarm of Sorrows in order to complete Cortello's Riddle Part 2. And I'm so close to level now that I don't even think I could do Cortello's Riddle even if I wanted to. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it doesn't reward any reputation, so I'm just gonna, well, risk it is a big word, you could say. Bingo. So interesting, I guess Blizzard implemented this stuff recently. I didn't know that they would put up a quest timer. I've tried before when I took the quest and I logged out, and when I come back I all of a sudden saw there was a quest that was failed, and that's when I realized that there had been a timer, but it wasn't worse that you could just abandon the quest and pick it up again. Uh, Yeah, a thick guy here, which is probably bony guy because he got killed in sort of the undead starting zone. Um, from what I see, by a Vilefin shredder. Yeah, not much use for this to be honest. Oh yeah, by the way, so talent points. Uh, yeah, it's not that we are talking a 56% chance not to be interrupted while casting healing spells. That's not too bad, and that will be up to 70%. You saw sometimes when I had to cast healing here on the ships. So one more of these, and then I'll have 10 points and be able to finally pick Insect Swarm. That will be situational. I cannot cast it in Moonkin form, unfortunately. So, but from what I see, the clever people that's talking about sort of the build here is that it's situational, and it definitely has its uses. There's nothing else really for balanced druid to get at, so I'm definitely gonna get it. Um, there is reflection as well. I might even take reflection before insect swarm, meaning that I can regenerate 15% of my mana while casting. And as you know, the big downside of being a moonkin is your running your ability sort of to well, not your ability, but reality that you're running constantly out of mana. Um, so yeah, I'll probably go this next, and I have to, and then 3 of these, and then finally at level, I'll probably 1, 4, and 5 levels, around level 55, I'll get my insect swarm. It should be useful in if I ever make it that long for bosses, say even in raids, which because the insect swarm will reduce the target's ability to hit by 2%, and that's quite big in rage. In raids, if the boss misses a melee attack on the tank. So so much for that. I'm gonna equip new shoes. How about it? 8 intellect, 20 spirit, minor speed increase. So I'm changing. Let's see, 170 armor, 8 intellect, 20 spirit. Better armor and almost the same intellect. 9 on this, 8 on the other. So I'm getting 12 extra spirit for 1 intellect. The agility doesn't really give me much. And slightly better armor, so it's definitely an upgrade. I bought these sandals from the auction house for like 4 or 5 gold or something, like nothing really. But again, not that many people go say full healing spec or something like that as druids. You probably could, and you would probably get dungeons fairly fast as a healer, but yeah. Anyway, consider these equipped. So we actually have a level 44 quest here. I might as well pick it up now that I'm here. And oh, it's down here. think I'm gonna make this home because I might as well get these quests done as well. Level 44 here. But for now, it's Cortello's Riddle, and by the way, there's a 45 down there. Might as well take that as well. Start out with this next time. Cortello's Riddle, let's go get it. The last level 43 I got. So, in order not for this video to be extremely long, I'm probably gonna cut it after showing step 2 of Cortello's Riddle. And what I'm gonna do sort of off screen is that I'm gonna teleport myself to Moonglade and then fly to Thunderbluff. It's the only option I have. And from Thunderbluff I'm gonna fly to Thousand Needles and hand in this quest. That's what I'm gonna do off screen. Or without recording, I mean. So there's this bridge down here with this sort of funny looking house above. Under the bridge here. Yeah, okay, there's some scroll down here if you hold your mouse over. It's very hard to see it really. Yeah. Okay, it's there. As you might be able to see it. There it is. Okay, tiny scroll there. Alright, and that will give me the next clue. Let's see, what was this about? Okay, so next step is Dustwallow Marsh, and I guess that sort of fits with the yeah, we're doing this quest here in Thousand Needles. So, with this beautiful view, I've done this before, of Moonglade here, I'm gonna say thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care, bye bye.